Let's unhaul some books. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Carly, and today I'm going to be saying so long, farewell and goodbye to some books. I have recently posted a big haul video on my channel, so I thought it was only fair to show the other side and show you some of the books that I'm getting rid of. So yeah, I think there's around 30 books here. You've probably seen some of them before on some of my DNF videos or some of my monthly wrap-ups, but I thought I would just go through some of the ones I'm getting rid of, some of the ones I wasn't all that fussed on. Before we get into the books, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying my content. And yeah, let me tell you all about the books that are leaving the premises with immediate effect. Right, I just want to preface this actually before I show you the books to say that some of these I will be giving to friends, some of them I will be donating to charity, and some of them will end up on my Vinted. So if you're in the UK, I will pop the details to my Vinted below. And any money I do make from selling my books, I'm going to put into a little savings pot and save ready for my next big book haul. Right, first up we have got Sex Ed by Kristen Bailey. So this was actually my book club pick for February, and is one of my least favourite book club books we've done so far. Oh, do you know what? I went into this expecting it to be, I think, is it a rom-com? I think it's a rom-com. I just thought it was going to be a bit of fun, but I don't know. I just found it so ridiculous and I just really didn't enjoy it. So, and to be honest, I'm absolutely gutted because look how stunning that cover is. But yeah, it just wasn't for me. So I'm going to save this until next week, I think, because we have got our 1-year book club birthday next week. So I'm going to save it for a book club post. I'm going to do like a stack of all the books I've read for book club in the last year. I'm actually going to film a video on all of our book club books as well, so that should be up the end of next week. But then yeah, this one will be going on my Vinted. Next up we have got Voyage of the Damned by Frances White. So you have probably already seen this on my, I think this was on my DNF video a couple of days ago. And yeah, I mean, look how stunning it is as well. The special edition from Illumicrate. But I just couldn't get on with it. It's been described as being like Agatha Christie, like if Agatha Christie wrote fantasy. So it's like a murder mystery with magical characters on a ship, which honestly sounds right up my street. But I actually did it on audio and yeah, I DNF'd it because I don't know, the narrator was just really, really irritating me. So yeah, this one's going to be on my Vinted soon as well. Next up we have got From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Now I did actually really enjoy this book, but when I ordered the first 3 in the series, for some reason this one was a completely different size. So I missed the window for return, so I had to order the smaller size so that they all matched. So yeah, this one's going to be going on my Vinted. It's literally brand new, never been read, and yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. Highly recommend. It's kind of like is it a fantasy? I don't think it's a romantasy, is it? I think there's 6 books in the series, and yeah, I do highly recommend it. It's just the wrong size for my bookshelf. Next up, we have got The Cloisters by Katie Hayes. Now, I haven't actually read this book, but I've already got a special edition of it that I had it for an absolute bargain on Vinted. So it's got, I'll put a photo up. It's got the screen sprayed edges. So I just thought to myself, I'll free up some room. I don't really need the paperback copy as well. To be honest, I haven't heard the best reviews about this either. So I've been putting it off, so I'm not entirely sure that I'm actually going to keep the special edition version either. Next up, we have got Salt Blood by Francesca de Torres. I think that's how you say it. This is another absolutely stunning edition, and I have read this, and I actually gave it 2 stars because please tell me how a book about a female pirate can be so boring. Oh, I was so gutted by this book. I went into it honestly expecting it to give me all the badass female empowerment pirate vibes. And yeah, I was so bored. So yeah, this one, I think this one is already on my Vinted actually. I think I've already put this one up. Next up, we have got another special edition, The Last Murder at the End of the World by Stuart Turton. So this one, look at the edges on that. And if I'm being completely honest, I bought this because it was on offer in Waterstones and I got swept away. It was when I was first starting to buy sprayed edge books. And again, I just haven't seen the best reviews for it, and I'm not entirely sure it's going to be my type of read. I think it's dystopian. Yeah, I don't tend to read a lot of dystopian books, so I'm hoping that somebody else will love it more than I will. Next up, we have got What a Shame by Abigail Bergstrom. This is another one that I haven't read. Another one that I think I got in a HarperCollins half price sale. I think, do you know what my problem is? I usually, like, if I get books on sale or whatever, I will usually buy another book to make up so that I can get free shipping. And as I was going through my shelves, I was looking at some of these. This doesn't have the best reviews either. And I just thought, realistically, am I going to read it? Probably not. So yeah, I'll see if any of my friends want it. But if not, be going on Vinted as well. Next up, we have got Entitlement by Ruman Alam. I think that's how you say it. And I will be completely honest with you. I have no idea where this book has come from. I don't know how it has ended up in my possession. And to be honest, it just doesn't sound like a book that I'm likely to read. I have tried to be a bit more ruthless with my unhaul just because I just haven't got the space, and I don't really want to be hoarding books when somebody else could give them a more loving home, you know? Right, next up, we have got some more special editions, and this is the problem I feel with subscription boxes. So I will show you the ones that I'm unhauling. These will all be going on my Vinted. So I've got, what subscriptions have I got? I've got Fairy Loot Adult. I've got The Locked Library and Forbidden Wing. They're kind of like the same company. And I've got Evernight, which is a Lumacrates horror subscription, and I've got a Lumacrates normal subscription. So my problem is I don't always remember to skip when I want to skip. And also, you don't always know what book you're going to get. So I actually follow This Autumn Reads, I think, on Instagram. I'll post her handle above. And she is like a book detective. So she always posts like her guesses for the subscription boxes each month. So I kind of use those to gauge whether I want to keep them or not. But even if I know what the book is and it sounds like something I would enjoy, you don't actually know what it's going to turn up looking like. So this one, A Treachery of Swans by A.B. Poranek. I think that's how you say it. So I am going to show you the original cover on the screen and the colours, and kind of like the marketing advert for this book was in all of those colours. And I thought, oh, it sounds so good. I absolutely love the vibe. And then this turned up. Like, it is literally like, I was so disappointed with this book. It's so drab and grey and boring. Also, please remember, these are just my opinions. If you absolutely love this design, then I love that for you. But personally, I just really don't like it. So I'm going to be putting this on my Vinted. All of these are literally brand new. So I'm hoping that I can just sell them on for what I paid for them so that I can put the funds towards something else. And then this one was one of the Locked Library subscriptions that I forgot to cancel. Unlock the Dark by Sasa Hawk. I literally have no idea what it's about. And yeah, I mean, I just think I've got so many books on my shelf that I'm desperate to read. There's just no point me keeping on to these ones. So yeah, that one's going as well. And then this one from Illumicrate is absolutely stunning, to be honest. A Song of Legends Lost by M.H. Inde, I think. Like, how beautiful is that? But it just doesn't sound like something I'm likely to read. So I just think it's pointless me hanging on to them, you know? So despite how stunning this one is, I'm going to sell it on. And next up, we've got another special edition, Gifted and Talented by Olivia Blake. So this was the Fairy Loot book. It may have been my first Fairy Loot book, to be honest. So Fairy Loot are actually quite strict with skips. I think you only get 4 skips a year. So I'm always quite wary about what I actually skip on. And I thought, oh, I've not read any Olivia Blake, and I have heard good things about some of her other books. Since I had this delivered a couple of months ago, I have not seen any good reviews for it, and it has really put me off. So again, despite how pretty it is, it's got to go. Next up, we have got The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This one was absolutely doing the rounds on Book Talk and Bookstagram last year. I think it has actually won one of the Goodreads Choice Awards as well. So I got swept up in the FOMO, but again, ever since, I have seen nothing but terrible reviews for it. I'm sure Michaela read it and DNF'd it because she said it's just really dense and hard to read. So I'm just not putting myself through it, to be honest. So yeah, that one's going as well. Next up, we've got one that I actually loved, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. And the only reason I'm getting rid of this is because it's the paperback version, and I've already got a special edition version of it on my shelf. So there's absolutely no need for me to keep this. So I'm going to see if my sister wants this, actually. I think she may enjoy it. Next up, we have got We All Want Impossible Things by Catherine Newman. Oh, do you know what? And I know that this video is probably going to make me look ridiculous, and we've got the age-old argument of, oh, it's all overconsumption and everything. And do you know what? I do feel a little bit embarrassed making this video, to be honest, but sometimes I just get swept up in the hype, and I get swept up in people recommending books, and then once the hype dies down, I'm like, oh God, maybe I should have just held off buying them. And this is one of those. I saw quite a few good reviews on it, and then again saw quite a few bad reviews. It's put me off. I'm not really a lit ficky girl. I bought this last year when I was kind of finding my feet with, you know, like what books I wanted to read. So yeah, this is another one that's brand new, and just one that I know I'm not going to read. I'm looking at the pile on my table. I actually think the rest of these are, I've read nearly all of these, have I? Apart from one. So yeah, it's not as bad as the first half of this video. We have got The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. I read this, can't remember if it was May or June. It's been in one of my wrap-ups, and it was okay. I think I gave it 3.5 stars, but yeah, there's just no need for me to keep on to it. This was another one that was massively hyped, and I did enjoy it. Like 3.5 stars isn't a bad review by all means, but it's just not one. I'm trying to just keep my shelves to books that are like 4 stars and above, you know? So books that I will recommend, books that I will use in my videos and photos and stuff. So yeah, no need to keep that. I think you may have actually seen most of the rest of these books now in some of my previous read and wrap up videos. The next one is The Midnight Bookshop by Amanda James. I can't actually remember what I gave this. Maybe 3 stars, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but it was just a bit of an average read for me, considering it is a book about books, a book about a magical bookshop, and a book with magical realism in. Like, they are some of my absolute favourite things in books. And for me, it was just, I don't know, it was just a little bit beige. Next up, we have got The Mysterious Bakery on Rue de Paris by Evie Woods. This was another one I think I gave 3 stars. I'm sure I read this. When did I read this? Did I read this last month? I think this was in my June reading wrap-up. So yeah, this was another one that I expected to be a lot more magical than it was. It was just a little bit, I don't know, it felt a little bit YA and juvenile to me, to be honest. So, oh, do you know what? I absolutely cannot stand stickers on the front of books. Like, why? Why do shops do that? I hate it. So I'm going to try and get that off before I pass it on. Next up, we have got A Feigned Madness by Tonya Mitchell. I think this was another one I read last... No, I didn't. I DNF'd this one. This was in my... Yeah, I'm sure I DNF'd this last month. So this is the same author that wrote The Arsenic Eater's Wife, which we read for our book club in January. And I gave that book 4.5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I love historical fiction, and I just loved the way it was written. So when I saw this one by the same author and found out that it was about an asylum and historical fiction again, I was like, oh my God, no, that is literally, it's going to be my jam. And it turned out that it wasn't my jam at all. And I DNF'd it. I can't even remember how far into it I got, but it just wasn't for me. Next up, we have got The Black Hunger by Nicholas Pullin. And this was another one I DNF'd. I think I only got about 20% into this book, to be honest, because, oh my God, I just could not put myself through it. It was so dense and wordy. And there was just so much information on the page that just wasn't going into my brain, and I'm so gutted because how beautiful is that cover. And I honestly thought this was going to be something I would love. It's gothic-y. Again, is this set in, I can't remember when it's set. I think sometimes, like, when you start reading a book, you just know that a book isn't for you, like the writing style or the content, whatever, is just not going to be something that you're going to enjoy. And like, that's okay, because there are plenty of other books out there that are going to be for you. Next up, we have got The Morrigan by Kim Curran. I am so gutted. I didn't love this book. This was another one I DNF'd last month. This is the trade paperback that I bought when I went to Dublin for the day, because this is only actually out in hardback at the moment in the UK. So when I went to Dublin, Ireland actually sell trade paperbacks, which I love. They're the bigger, I'll show you the difference in size. They're the bigger size paperbacks, which I absolutely love. And again, it's just such a beautiful book, but I just didn't enjoy it. I just don't think mythology retellings are for me. So she's going. Next up, we actually have one that I haven't read, Butter by Asako Yuzuki. This one was one that I just got completely swept up in last year. I don't know if you saw this one absolutely doing the rounds on Book Talk last year. And this is actually, so I think this is out in normal paperback. So even though this one is a paperback, it's the bigger size with the matte cover and it's got like that cover on it that was released first. So usually when it would be a hardback, if that makes sense. This actually cost me, I'm sure it's like £15. Let me see. Yeah, £14.99 for a paperback. Was I okay when I bought this? I just don't think I am the right person for this book, and I probably shouldn't have bought it. No, not probably. I definitely shouldn't have bought it. I got completely swept up in the marketing and the hype around it. And I have just not seen any good reviews for it at all, like not one. So I just can't. It's such a chunky book as well. And it's a translated fiction, which again, I don't really get on with. So yeah, she's going up for sale. Next up, we have got The Institution by Helen Fields. This was another one I DNF'd. I think I DNF'd this in May. I think I only got about 20% into this, but oh God, I went into this. This is like set... It's a thriller book, and it's set in like a isolated institution. And I honestly thought it was going to be like claustrophobic, fast paced. I thought I was going to love it. And by 20%, I was just absolutely bored out of my skull. It says they're a mind-blowing suspense thriller. I mean, I know reading is subjective, but for me, it just wasn't mind-blowing, suspenseful or thrilling. So yeah, it's going. Next up, we have got Ward D by Frida McFadden. And I have read this. I gave it 2 stars. And this is another one where, you know, the whole reading is subjective thing. I have seen so many people saying that this is Frida McFadden's best book, and I could not disagree more. I don't know. I just found it completely ridiculous while I was reading it. And again, this one is set in an asylum/psychiatric unit, so has my name all over it. I usually, I'm not a huge Frida McFadden fan. I think I've said it previously on my channel. I don't hate her. There are some of her books that I have enjoyed, and I do find she is very good. Like, her books are really good to read if you're feeling a little bit slumpy, because they are very easy to read and you don't really have to think too much when you're reading them. I just find some of them are so ridiculous that they piss me off while I'm reading them. And yeah, this was just one of those. Next up, we have got When the Wolf Comes Home by Nat Cassidy. And I think this was up there with Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, with people's reactions to me not liking this book. I feel like I'm the only person that didn't like this book. All I am seeing is 5 and 6 star ratings for it. I've literally just seen another one this morning on Instagram, and I'm like, I just didn't get it. I just don't think I was the right audience for it. I did understand it, and I understand what Nat Cassidy was trying to do. Sounds really patronizing, but you know what I'm trying to say. But for me, I don't know, it just didn't interpret across to me the way it seems to have done for everybody else. So, and you know what? Weirdly, somebody that suffers with like anxiety and mental health and stuff like that, I honestly thought this would really resonate with me. And yeah, I just didn't get it. I rated it 2 stars, so she's going. Next up, we have got The Vanishing Bookstore by Helen Pfeiffer. This was another one that was a massive disappointment. I went into this expecting, so I was promised Salem, witches, A Vanishing Bookstore. I thought, oh God, this is literally going to be right up my street. And no, it just wasn't. I think it's been marketed wrong, in my opinion. It just wasn't very witchy, and wasn't very Salem-y, wasn't very Vanishing Bookstory either. I think we had the bookstore in the opening chapter, and was hardly mentioned again throughout the book. So yeah, this was a massive disappointment. Another one with an absolutely stunning cover as well. But I mean, it just goes to show, doesn't it? You can't judge your books by a cover. Next up, we have got Lula Dean's Little Library of Banned Books by Kirsten Miller. This is another one with pretty sprayed edges. And this is another one. I DNF'd this. I couldn't remember if I'd read it and given it 2 stars, but no, I DNF'd this. I'm sure I DNF'd this in May. And this was another one, again, a book about banned books. I thought this was going to be, I just thought this was going to be fabulous. And I had seen some people rating it really highly, but for me, it just didn't work. I didn't like the way it was written. It was it felt more like a collection of short stories rather than a book that flowed like a novel. Do you know what I mean? And when I reached the point where I DNF'd it, it started getting really political, and that's just not what I want to read in books, to be honest. And next up, we have got Carrion Crow by Heather Parry. This was another one that just wasn't for me, even though I thought it was going to be. This is a gothic horror. So it's basically about a girl that gets locked up in the attic by her own mother, whilst her mother teaches her how she should be acting as a lady, ready for her marriage to this man she's been promised to. So it is it just follows her in the attic, going like unraveling due to boredom. And to be honest, I myself started unraveling due to boredom just reading this book. And last but not least, we have got this beautiful edition of Bat Eater by Kylie Lee Baker. This is the Evernight edition from my Evernight horror subscription. So that one isn't actually a monthly subscription. You get it quarterly. And yeah, look at the edges. It is a stunning book. Let me show you the naked hardback actually, because like, how stunning is that? It's absolutely beautiful, to be fair. But it was just, this was another DNF. I actually got 59... Ooh, I keep forgetting about my microphone. I actually got 59% into this book, and there was just too much going on. There was like 4 different plot lines going on, and it just felt a bit all over the place. But again, this one, I have seen, oh my God, I've seen such good reviews for this. So this was another one that I was a bit like, is it me? Am I the drama? Like, why don't I like it? There's just absolutely no point in me keeping it, because I know I'm not going to carry on with it. Like, once I've DNF'd a book, it's done. I've DNF'd. I've made the decision. There's no going back. So yeah, this one I'll be going on Vinted as well. So yeah, those are 30 books that I am unhauling and shipping off to new homes. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books, and if you did enjoy them, if you agreed with my decision to unhaul them. I'd love to know what you thought about them. Please remember, reading is subjective, and these are just my opinions. Like, who am I? What do I even know? I know this is a bit of a different video from me than usual, so I hope that you still did enjoy watching. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. It really means so much to me, and it really helps push my content out as a fairly new channel as well. I'm just off to take photos of all of these books to put them on my Vinted, so I will leave it there for now, and I'll catch you all next time.